Welcome to People Love Process. The video I want to share with you today is from my logo design process course that I developed for Retro Supply Company. It's my first fully developed course outside of LinkedIn Learning. My course includes 21 videos and over 4 hours of extensive information covering everything from scope of work, quoting a project, discovery and strategy, drawing, vector building, pairing typography, brand colors, and a whole lot more. You can find a link to my course in the description below. This specific video covers deductive ideation, and I hope you find it helpful. So with that said, enjoy. Deductive ideation. What is deductive ideation? It's all about how you think. And when it comes to designing visual graphics, such as a logo to represent a business, product, or service, we need to take our thinking and make it visual. Another one of my all-time favorite designers, because he was an illustrative designer by the name of Saul Bass, said it best when he made the statement that design is thinking made visual. You can sum up graphic design with this one quote, which made me think, how would you visualize designing a graphic to represent thinking? Well, you might deduce the ideas of thinking into these graphics. Maybe it's kind of like a brain, but it's digital circuitry. Or you can use a traditional image of a light bulb for an idea type thinking. Or maybe it's about, hey, let's get that thought out of your head and push it out into the real world. You might create a graphic like this. Or maybe it's capturing an idea and you could simplify it into this. Or maybe it's even more iconic, where it's that spark of original idea and thinking is represented in this manner. It's now time to take everything you've learned and gathered from discovery and strategy and leverage it by using the most powerful computer of all, and that is your brain. So let's take a look at a variety of deductive ideation methods you can use. And these are just simple things that you can use to connect those dots. So visual associations. And as you dive into the information, do your own research on a client and their industry and what's involved in doing what they do and who they communicate with, those are all going to be points of information that if you relate one to another point, there might be some visual associations you can make. Shape associations might make it look like something else, and that ties into the concept you're trying to push forward, and you can capitalize on those. It might be cultural cues that you use for the society or industry it's in. It might be a literal approach. It can also be a figurative approach. Storytelling is a great way to do deductive ideation. Common characteristics revolving around the company, product, or service. These are all issues you can capitalize on. It could be simple analogies, conceptual patterns that you put together based off of the information, or it could be metaphorical approach. It could be historical references. It can be color associations. All these things play a part, and you're going to use more than one of these most of the time on any given logo, especially color association. And something you're going to see a lot in my work is nature, because animals are such a great way to communicate certain things. And that's why I get approached a lot to do logos that are more illustrative in nature, is because they want an animal as part of their brand mark. So I just wanted to show you that deductive ideation methods are a great way to explore ideas and explore what to do. And these are all areas you could pull from. So all of these things working together will help connect the dots that lead to those ideas that are going to solve your solution. So as you move forward, I should point out that deductive ideation is best done in context of the thumbnail drawing stage. Now, even though we're going to go over drawing in an upcoming movie, like I said previously, all these things overlap. So it's hard to talk about deductive ideation and not talk about drawing, because that's where it's going to start. That's where you'll apply that. You'll go through the information raw format by reading through briefs and responses and doing your own research. And then you're going to start generating ideas. Those ideas are going to start populating into your head, and you need to get those out in thumbnail form so you don't lose them. And that's where drawing happens. So deductive ideation is best done in context of thumbnail drawing. Drawing improves cognition, and as you draw, it'll bring to mind associations and visual metaphors, etc. you can use to work out logo concepts. So let's take a look at some logo designs and the deductive thinking behind him. So this client was called Slick Plan, and it's like a web app where employees and teams working together to plan out and create a website. So it helps them to do planning on the flow of a website, the information and everything in between, but they can unify a plan of attack. It's a partnership. Two are better than one. If you think of it, that made me think of a seesaw. You can't have fun with one person on a seesaw, so two is better than one. Client wants an animal approach, and I started thinking about animals, and two is better than one. That made me think of a symbiotic relationship. So this was the design direction we picked for presenting to the client on SlickPlan. So the symbiotic relationship where the bird is saying, hey, let's go that way with our website, and then playing off of the idea of two are better than one, better together was the slogan we came up with. Here's another one. The client was called Our Story Tours, and these are authentic African-American tours showcasing Black history in the United States. This was based out of the DC area. So as we did our research and the client responded to our questions, it's based on African-American culture, Black heritage, and that made us start looking at the Adinkra symbols of West Africa. And they're really cool, and we decided to work those into the brand system design that we put together. And I also wanted to capitalize on the American flag and somehow mix the two. Geography is part of it. We're talking about African Americans, and the style needs to be iconic and symbolic. And so this is what we came up with. And this was really fun to work on. I really like the tour vehicles they had. They're little minivans, and we had perforated vehicle wraps on these. So from the inside looking out, you're not hindered by seeing anything because it's perforated. But from the outside looking in, it looks opaque. So that's kind of cool. Here's another one. Dairy West represents the dairy farm industry in Idaho and Utah. And so it's all about a farm. It's about cows. It's about milk and all the dairy products. So I was thinking about all those things. I thought about cheese and milk that go together to create cheese. And thought of the name itself, West, the direction west. That made me think of a weather vane on top of a barn. And shape association, when I started thumbnail sketching out, that I could make that work with the typography and keep the style iconic. And this was one of the directions we developed for that project. So all these things work together to kind of think through and capitalize on associations. So client, this was for 4-H, the national, and they were having the National Science Experiment. 4-H called the 4-H EcoBot Challenge. And so 4-H is all about livestock and raising livestock and farming. And this is also about ecology and technology with robots. And by the way, BattleBots is so much fun they're not doing BattleBots, but I love watching BattleBots. So Youth-oriented technology, robotics, shape association. I thought of like one of those robotic arms. I think of circuit boards. I think a color association for ecology is green. Their brand color is green, so that's not going to be hard to work in. And logo type. And this is what we came up with for that. So kind of type driven, but it has enough of those cues that reflect everything that the EcoBot Challenge is about. So that was a lot of fun. Client National Talk Radio. This was a promotional campaign to protect freedom of speech on national talk radio. So we're talking the First Amendment, U.S. Constitution, analogy, an eagle flies free, shape association, the talking bubble, color association. It could be blue, it could be red, style, flat, and graphic. And this is what we came up with for that. So let's take a look at a few more. This is P&S Marine. This is a company, small business based out of the UK. It was a canal boat craneage maintenance, repair, cleaning, and remodeling company where they take canal boats. They have thousands of miles of water canals over there, and they have canal boats that that's what they do. P&S stands for Port and Stern, by the way. And so some of the things we thought of is water-based clientele. Everybody's either living on their canal boat or working on their canal boat. That made me, I watched a whole series on Netflix about a guy that goes around these canals for 4 years, and I saw a lot of ducks. And so that made me start thinking of ducks when I was working on this. And that made me think of the boat captain for each of the canal boats. And that made me think, hey, I'm going to do an approach where it's a brand character. Nobody in his industry has a brand character. I think we would get a lot of attention. And the color association, green and red, to go with Port and Stern. It's also kind of equity from his old identity he was using at the time that had green and red in it. Kind of looks Christmassy, but I guess that's what it is when you're dealing with color, and when it comes to marine and boats. And the style, single weight line. We came up with a character called Captain Quack. I love him. The client didn't so much love him, didn't love anything actually. So that's the way it goes sometimes. Not everything works out. Let's take a look at another one. NutriGardens, powdered nitric oxide with beets and tart cherries to boost energy. This is obviously a nutritional supplement. It's based off of plants, so it's vegan. It has garden. Gardens made me think of furrows. That makes me think of green growing vegetables and stuff, and the leaves. The style, I thought Nutra is cool, so I thought maybe I'll play off the letter N, and this was the direction we did for that. I love how this one came out. Let's take a look at a few more. Midlands Wildlife Conservancy. This based out of Africa, Wildlife Conservancy in Zimbabwe, Africa, which rescues rhinos. That's what they started out with. They actually rescue a lot of different animals now. But because that's their heritage, that's what they wanted. So we were thinking of nature preserve, animals, heritage, rhinos. Adult and baby is a big one to foster the birth of new animals and rhinos moving forward. I thought of earth tones based off of where they're located in Zimbabwe. And the style, iconic. Now, me and my daughter worked together on projects, and she did the baby in this one. I did the adult in this one. So I like it in that respect. This was a fun project to work on and a great cause. Now, client work is awesome, but sometimes you have to approach these things on your own for your own personal creative project, and that helps you get better at these skills. So here's one. The client is myself because I wanted a cool looking iconic graphic on a t-shirt of a samurai. So that's what I decided to do for myself. And I thought of Japanese culture, samurai, shogun, warrior class skills improve with use. I'd rather create than watch TV because it's fun and the style is geometric flat. And I came up with this, and it's one of my all-time favorite designs I've done. Was it for a client? No, doesn't have to be. but you can improve your creative process if you start doing this on your own, just to you get better at doing things if you practice it. And if you have fun with it, then it's easy to do it. So always encourage you to try your own creative projects on the side. So visual deduction is the ability to look at complex forms and then simplify them down into succinct graphic shapes. This is a logo design skill you can use for a lifetime of creativity. That's why you should practice it. The better you get at it, you can apply those skills to client projects. So let me show you one last example. And that is the Merry Gentleman Grooming Company, men's grooming salon catering to beard and mustache aficionados. Think hipsters. It's based out of Portland. Men's grooming, hair, beard, mustache, genre, metrosexual. Portlandia is what I think of. Hipsters, style. Well, what could the style be? Well, that brings up an interesting question, because as I stated earlier, visual deduction skills, deductive ideation is going to carry force first in your drawn stage, when you're starting to draw out ideas and formulating ideas and trying to take that visual idea in your head and make it a reality on paper. Now, it doesn't matter if you draw an analog or if you draw digitally. You get the same cognitive benefits of both. But let's say we're referencing this photograph to help us, and reference is always a great thing to use. Epic beard, epic mustache. I could never grow a mustache like this. But how are you going to simplify this? You don't want to just take a photograph and image trace it and call it good. That's not a logo. That's just lazy. So you might draw it in a more illustrative way, which would be the first sketch shown here. Or you draw it in a more stylized way where you don't even bother to show the eyes or the nose. It just focuses on the hair, glasses, mustache, and beard. Or you draw it a little more in a novel way, in an iconic way, with simple shapes in the last iteration. This, if you take the time to use deductive ideation, it's going to help you to build, because each of these you can use as the roadmap for vector building. Once again, all these principles go together, and we'll cover this in more detail coming up. This one came out, and how this one came out. Now, which one was used? I kind of like the last one the best, so this was the one that we moved forward with and used in the final format for the Merry Gentleman, and that was a lot of fun. So leverage your thinking to come up, once again, I should point out, how you think as a designer will impact your concepts and logos more than any other skill set. Combined with drawing, it becomes a creative superpower. So leverage deductive ideation to help you isolate points of information that can help lead you to clever and unique logo designs. Remember, this video is just one of 21 videos included in my course, Logo Design Process for Retro Supply Company. My course also gives you full access to exercise files and resource information for each of those 21 videos. You can find a link to my course in the description below, and if you watch my course, please leave a review or comment below on this video. Thank you for watching People of Process, and as always, I hope this content helps you to improve your own creative process.